are a professional and want to avoid being compromised to serve the narrow interest of some people in your organization or a client organization, keep watching this video. I'm Akin. I like talking about making organizations fit for purpose and helping people move towards self-actualization. In this three-part video series, I'm talking about how organizational consultants, change agents, and internal advisors could professionally handle political co-optation to effectively advance organizational change, development, and transformation for desired results and outcomes. In the first of this three-part video series, I answered the question, what is political co-optation? In the second video, I highlighted three tactics key people in organizations and businesses adopt to compromise organizational consultants, change agents, culture managers, and internal consultants, specialists, and advisors to support their parochial or tribal interests, that is, to be politically co-opted. In this third of the three-part video series, first, I will talk about two other tactics that key people in organizations and businesses could adopt to compromise organizational consultants, internal consultants, and advisors to support their parochial or tribal interests, often to the detriment of the longer-term interests of their organizations or businesses. Second, I will talk about 4 ways organizational consultants, change agents, or internal advisors could professionally handle political co-optation to effectively advance organizational change, development, and transformation for desired results and outcomes. What are the political co-optation tactics? In the second of this 3-part video series, I highlighted 3 tactics key people in organizations and businesses could adopt to compromise organizational consultants, change agents, culture managers, and internal consultants to support their parochial agenda, and often to the detriment of the longer-term interest of their organizations or businesses. Here are 2 more tactics I plan to discuss in this 3-part video series. Stonewalling at the head of organizational diagnosis is a solid program of activities covering, for example, evidence-based data collection, review, verification, analysis, reporting, and feedback. The process would involve meetings, technical sessions, roundtables, data feedback, workshops, and one-on-one exchanges with various stakeholders at different levels within and outside the organization. The integrity of this process would be affected by, for example, the quality, sources, reliability, and relevance of data, and the representativeness of the stakeholders. Where certain stakeholders are pursuing narrow agenda, they may impugn on the integrity of this process by, for example, refusing to cooperate, withholding data from you, providing you partial data that favor their own agenda, or misrepresenting information to send you to a dead end. Delay, denial, or withholding of rights. A key indicator of how well a client appreciates the work of a consultant is how soon they settle the consultant's professional invoice. A client that appreciates the consultant's work will promptly settle the invoice. But when the consultant's work is below par, there may be some foot dragging or even a refusal to settle the bill. However, if during an organizational initiative, certain powerful people in the organization delay the payment of your bill or withhold resources from you with no justifiable reasons, especially when all the facts point to an excellent job on your part, it would be a ploy to compromise you for their own agenda. If any of these points resonate with you, please write one in the comments. How could you professionally deal with political co-optation? Here are 4 things organizational consultants, change agents, and internal advisors could do professionally to avoid being compromised to unwittingly support the parochial agenda of some people in their organizations or client organizations, and thus effectively advance organizational change, development, and transformation for desired results and outcomes. 1. Work with documented and widely accepted comprehensive terms of reference for the organizational initiative. Once the organizational initiative has been agreed by the top leadership of the organization, they should prepare, agree, and document comprehensive terms of reference for the initiative, widely communicated within the organization by the steering committee. Emphasize to the steering committee that the terms of reference will inform what goes into the implementation plan on the organizational initiative. 2. Agree, use, and uphold a comprehensive implementation plan integrated with the terms of reference. The terms of reference and the implementation plan are two critical tools that would help you fend off some attempts to compromise you. To enhance ownership, the implementation plan should be comprehensive, covering many areas and incorporating perspectives that address the key issues underlying the need for the organizational initiative. The implementation plan should be widely communicated to representative key leaders in all sections of the organization. 3. Develop and use an internal engagement plan. Develop and agree with the steering committee an internal engagement plan based on the implementation plan. The internal engagement plan will show how and when you will be engaging with key stakeholders and groups for driving the process of implementing the organizational initiative. The engagement plan will show in a tabular format the activities, for example, meetings, interviews, workshops, data feedback, and progress reviews through which you and your team will be engaging with specific people and others in the organization to drive the implementation plan. The table should incorporate, for example, the objectives, deliverables, timelines, dates and time, location, and key officers associated with each activity or group of activities. 4. Exercise political savvy. While it is imperative to understand some of the tactics that could be adopted by people in the organization to compromise your professional integrity, judgment, or effectiveness, it is equally important that you learn and use healthy approaches that show political savvy and professional robustness to effectively counter political co-optation. For example, adopt inclusive technical sessions, which involves, for example, incorporating the perspectives and recommendations of stakeholders representing sections and interests that are critical to the success of the organizational initiative. Document and formalize all records and communication, and promote evidential monitoring and reporting. Uphold openness, transparency, objectivity, collective engagement, and feedback in workshops, technical sessions, and road shows, among others. If necessary, appeal to the steering committee of the organizational initiative to uphold the mission of the initiative and the agreed terms of reference. If you find this video helpful or insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. I will appreciate your comments and questions. Seeing you soon. If you find this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe.